Story? Of course, here's one. There was once a starving little boy who never missed a chance to help his fellow villagers. One day, after helping his old man carry a heavy bundle of wheat, he was offered a loaf of bread. Eat your fill, my boy. It will help. It is well deserved, he began. But if you feel like helping even more, there are two gnomes hiding in the forest who are even hungrier than you are. Now that boy was an empathetic one. His mind was made up instantly. After a short hike, he found the gnomes and split the bread between two of them without even saving a bite for himself. Thank you, kind little boy, the gnomes beamed. It seems you have lifted our curse. Indeed, to punish them for their greed, a spirit had put them under a rather annoying spell. They were exiled to the forest carrying a magic little mill, capable of producing anything its bearer desired. But the little mill's magic would only be activated once the gnomes were fed by a stranger acting out of selfless generosity. Oh, nice. To starve while carrying a relic promised abundance, a cruel fate indeed. Now you can imagine the little boy's surprise when he was given the magic item. Name something you want while turning the crank to the right and the little mill will produce an endless stream of it, the gnomes explained. Turn it to the left and it will stop. After creating a huge pile of food for the two gnomes, the young boy went back to his village to help the populace with his newfound powers, but as he grew in popularity, his older sister grew in jealousy. One night, she couldn't take it anymore and stole the little mill from her brother's bedside table. It was an infinite mill! How could you be... Just use it! The bedside table along with two leftover pies. What? And the pies! From that afternoon's feast, adding insult to injury, she left on the family's fishing boat to reach new lands. What the hell? Hoping to have her turn in the role of the popular purveyor. Once out at sea, she decided to try one of the pies, which to her taste were lacking a little something. It was time to try that little mill's magic, she reckoned. Give me salt, she said, turning the crank to the right. Salt she got, heaps and heaps of it. Now, older sister had never bothered paying attention to how the mill could be stopped. Stop, little mill, stop! She shouted, first annoyed, then worried, and finally panicked. Oh no. Salt soon overflowed the boat itself, sinking it under the weight. It is said that the sunk little mill is still operational to this day, and is the reason why seawater is salty. The end. I like that. Interesting. Feels more like a kid's story explaining things about the world we know the actual reason for. Tough crowd, huh? Why don't you tell me a story and I'll judge it? So you're looking for additional takeaways? How about this? Seeing how Big Sister's anger led to her demise, irritated people were henceforth referred to as salty. Oh, I got another one. Seeing how Big Sister's shortcomings as a little mill operator led to her demise, unqualified people were henceforth referred to as not being worth their salt. Hey, this is fun. You should go. I'll keep on coming up with morals to do with salt. Holy shit.